You ever notice how the loudest person in the room is rarely the strongest? It's almost always the quiet one, calm, watching, unshaken. That's because real power doesn't scream, it doesn't beg to be seen, it just is. Now think about this. When someone wrongs you, disrespects you, or walks away without a second thought, what if your silence speaks louder than any words ever could? What if every day without you, your energy, your presence, your support is quietly doing the work for you? See, we get it backwards. We rush to explain, to prove ourselves, to fix things that aren't ours to fix. But Stoicism teaches something different, that dignity thrives in stillness, that sometimes the best response is no response. And in that space, when you step back and just let go, that's when the truth has room to echo. That's when the absence starts to hit. There's a quiet kind of justice that unfolds over time. You don't need to post about it. You don't need to hope they're watching. You just live well. You grow. You keep your peace. And one day, they'll sit with the weight of everything you no longer give. And make no mistake, that silence, that time, it changes people. Maybe not right away, but day by day, it sinks in. Because when you remove yourself, you're not punishing them, you're protecting your peace. And that's something they'll feel long after you're gone. So, take a breath. You don't need to rush, you don't need to prove. Let silence and time do what anger never could. Here's the thing most people forget. When you go silent, when you step away, you're not just disappearing, you're creating space. Space for reality to settle in, space for consequences to take root. And in that space, people start to feel the weight of what they took for granted. It's human nature. We rarely value what's constant, but take it away, suddenly the silence gets heavy, the days stretch longer, and all those things they brushed off, your support, your kindness, your loyalty, they start to matter in hindsight. And that's when time steps in. It doesn't rush, it doesn't argue, it just reveals, slowly, quietly, unforgivingly. While they're wrestling with that silence, you're not stuck. You're not paused. You're healing. You're learning who you are without the noise. You're building something steadier inside yourself, resilience, patience, strength. Because walking away isn't weakness, not when you do it to protect your peace. That's power most people don't understand until they feel the cold after your warmth is gone. Stoicism isn't about shutting down your feelings. It's about understanding which ones deserve your energy. And sometimes, the most stoic thing you can do is walk away with grace and never look back. So if you're sitting there wondering if your silence even matters, if they even notice, trust this. Silence is never empty when it's filled with purpose. And time is the great revealer. Every day without you, they learn something. And what they learn, they'll carry with them far longer than anything you could have said. Keep your head up, stay grounded, and let the silence do what your words never could. You don't have to slam the door to make an exit. You don't need to announce your absence for it to be felt. The people who once leaned on you will feel the shift when the check-ins stop, when the support fades, when your presence becomes memory instead of habit. And here's the quiet truth. Every day you don't chase, don't react, don't break your silence. That's a day they have to sit with themselves, with their choices, with the echo of what used to be. It's not about revenge. It's not about teaching someone a lesson. It's about standing still and letting the lesson teach itself. You remove the crutch, and suddenly they have to learn to walk alone. You remove the comfort, and now they have to face the discomfort they never noticed when you were there holding it all together. That's the beauty of time. It works on your behalf when you refuse to fight battles that don't serve you. When you choose peace over proving your point, the right people will feel your absence, and the wrong ones, they'll reveal themselves by how little it matters to them. And when the time comes, when clarity hits them like a wave, you won't need to say a thing. They'll remember your silence. They'll remember the day you stopped answering, the moment you stopped giving, and they'll realize that what they once overlooked was exactly what they needed. So breathe. You're not behind. You're not losing. You're not forgotten. You're just letting silence and time polish the truth until it's undeniable. Keep going, keep healing, and let the rest unfold without your effort. Funny how silence can feel louder than words, isn't it? At first they might not notice, might even think you're bluffing, but then days pass. No message, no call, no reaction, just space. And that space, it starts to echo. Because here's what most people don't realize until it's too late. You were the anchor, the steady hand, the quiet presence that kept the chaos from swallowing everything whole. And once that's gone, things don't just go on as usual. They unravel, slowly, subtly, until one day they look around and realize nothing feels right without you. But by then, you've already changed. You're not who you were when you left. Time hasn't just been healing you, it's been reshaping you. You've grown softer in places, stronger in others. You've learned that peace isn't something you beg for, it's something you create and protect. And silence, it's your shield now, not your prison. There's a moment always when they'll reach back, maybe out of guilt, maybe out of regret. Maybe just because they finally felt what it's like to be on the other side of what they gave. But by then, your silence will have taught you too that not every hand reaching out deserves to be held again. So you stay still. You stay silent, not out of spite, not out of pride, but because you finally understand that some things are more powerful unspoken. Let them sit with the absence. Let them feel the days stack up without you. And you keep rising, quietly, steadily. Because while they're remembering, you're rebuilding. And this time, you're building for you. The truth is, not everything needs to be said. Not every wound needs a speech. Sometimes the greatest power you have is your absence and the discipline to let it speak for itself. Let silence be your statement. Let time be your ally. Because while others chase closure, validation, or apologies that may never come, you're walking a higher path, the Stoic path. One that doesn't demand anything from anyone else. One that trusts life to reveal what's real and time to handle what ego never could. And trust me, it always does. You're not the villain in their story. You were the lesson. The one they'll remember when they realize not everyone sticks around. Not everyone tolerates disrespect or emotional games. Some people walk quietly and take the light with them. So if you're in that space right now, in the silence, in the waiting, in the healing, stay there. Let it work. Let it mold you into someone even more grounded, more whole, more at peace with letting go. Because the ones who took you for granted will feel it. And you'll feel something even better: freedom. Not the loud kind that needs to be declared, but the quiet kind that lives deep in your chest. The kind you earn when you finally choose yourself. Keep choosing yourself. Let silence and time do the rest.